Hi, I'm Jeremy Jahns. I don't know if any of you are new to my channel. If you are, I'm a movie fan. I love a good horror movie. I like leaving the movie theater and going home and feeling like the movie stays with you. You know, you start seeing shadows. You're laying in bed, you start seeing things. You know, I like that feeling of fear. And in this world of social media, it's apparent that a lot of filmmakers and producers, they see tweets and work that people like me do. You know, people on YouTube, people on Twitter, people on Facebook, and there are any directors out there who are looking to make a good horror movie, from me to you, I'd really like to ask you to please stop making boring ass fucking generic horror movies! Ouija! I know it's Ouija. So Ouija's a movie about a group of generic teenage horror movie idiots. One of their friends dies, so to communicate with her, they need to use a Ouija board. But then they contact some evil spirit, and now it's just things are gonna get messy. I want to say that's the actual plot. The real synopsis is this. Ouija's a movie about a group of generic teenage horror movie idiots. One of their friends dies, and so they mope around in high school, and, you know, they just gotta deal with that shit. And they used a Ouija board a couple times. That's really closer to the actual synopsis of this movie. Seriously, I like consistency in things. This movie is consistently boring. Oh my god, something happened in this movie. Things happen in this movie, but they're the generic jump scares. They're not scary. When they're using the Ouija board, it is interesting. You're like, ooh, this is gonna go somewhere, but then it just doesn't go anywhere. One time, the ghost like freaks out and flips the Ouija board up. So, it's like a high school movie can do that shit. Hey, high school film student out there who makes horror movies, tell me you haven't done the Ouija board flip thing. You have. And that's fine for high school. When I'm paying like 12 bucks a ticket to see it, oh, it's not. I'll tell you some of the reasons the intensity was gone in this movie. There was no tension, there was no intensity, because nothing was really a threat. That or it was just cheesy. This is one scene, this dude looks in a mirror and you see the side profile of a ghost woman's face, but it was shitty looking. It looked like a PS1 CGI half profile face. I was like, is that a ghost? Is that supposed to be scary? Then the dude gets pushed into the mirror. Now, here it is. The person in the movie, like, braced himself and his hand hit the mirror when he was pushed into the mirror. That's not scary. That just tells me that if a ghost attacks me, I have time to brace myself and not actually impact into the mirror. It'd be scarier if he was looking, all of a sudden, he just cracked his face on the mirror. That makes me feel like when I'm checking out the dental work, I'm like, oh, yeah, wait. I don't want my face to get smashed into the mirror. Don't get too close. You see? You gotta make it real for the audience here. And I would say this is a spoiler alert. I think it's a rule of spoilers that you can't actually spoil a shitty movie. This is really the nature of the ghost, so I don't think it's a spoiler. The ghost just, it kills people. These kids, their eyes will turn white and the ghost like hypnotizes them and they commit suicide, or the ghost like picks them up and slams them on the ground and they crack their head and they die. But that's not scary to me. When you're laying in bed and you're afraid of the dark, you know, you're like, ooh shit, maybe a ghost is gonna come. You're not afraid that the ghost is gonna come and kill you. You're afraid the ghost is gonna torment you in the night. And that's the real fear right there, is that this demon or this ghost or whatever is gonna mess with you for months, weeks, days, whatever it is. Maybe it'll scratch your body. Maybe it'll pull you out of the bed. Maybe it'll drag you to its lair by the foot. I don't know. But if the ghost just quickly kills you, it's not actually scary. Generally speaking, fear of torture is scarier than fear of death. I assume that because when people are getting tortured, the classic thing is eventually they'll ask the torturer to please kill me. So right there, we know torture's scarier than death. So if a ghost torments you and tortures you, that's scarier than the ghost just killing you. This ghost just kills people, so what? Not even in brutal ways either. The ghost makes it pretty quick. Pretty humane ghost, really. There's no mind games. The movie doesn't get in your head and stay with you when you leave the theater. Ouija made me feel bad for shitting on Annabelle so much. This movie's all the boredom of Annabelle without the one good scene that Annabelle had in the basement. Ouija feels about 2.5 hours long. It has nothing in terms of what you're looking for a scary movie or a horror movie or a ghost movie. None of it. None of the characters matter. They're all generic as shit. I'm not saying you need good characters to be in a horror movie. I'm saying it helps if your movie's gonna be boring and have nothing that actually scares you. I don't know about, you know, everything I've seen in my life, but Ouija's definitely the least scary ghost haunting movie I've seen in 2014. Sorry guys, I feel like I'm shitting on ghost movies this year, but people, filmmakers out there, take that as a sign. Make better shit. Because Ouija definitely is dog shit. Oh man, it felt like 3 hours long. It was an hour and a half. So hauntings, demons, ghosts, situations like that. Do you believe in that stuff? Do you have a situation? Do you have a story? Whatever it may be, comment below, let me know. I ask you that because you're not gonna see Ouija, so I'm not even gonna ask you what you think about it. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you wanna see more, click right here to see more.